I'm so tired, but it's like lunchtime. Alrighty, hey guys, we're gonna start this off the same way we do every day, by trying to take over the world. No, we're gonna tell you, guess where we are. And by we, I mean the royal we, 'cause it's just me. It's just me. Actually, it's me and all these other people who are here because we're in Disneyland. So today, it's gonna be another one of the everything you didn't even want to know, you didn't need to know, whatever thing, whatever. The Halloween one. The thing I did before a while ago for Halloween about the things that are a little dark about Disneyland. You know, we're gonna go over some hauntings, some deaths maybe, some freaky things. So let's get started, because we're gonna get going. Whee! So just a quick disclaimer, this is gonna be talking about death and destruction, bad, scary things. However, it's gonna be similar to my last Halloween video, so it's not gonna be too dark. You know, you don't have to be super scared, but you know, just letting you know, maybe if you don't like scary, dark things or learning bad things about the park, don't watch it. So a couple of you guys asked me to do facts about California Adventure, which, you know, I understand, but it's weird to me because I've lived through the opening and the entire story of California Adventure because it opened in 2001. But now that I think about it, it's been open 14 years. So, you know, there's been a lot of changes throughout the entire park. One such change is this building right here. Since the park's opening in 2001, no person, guest, or cast member has actually died inside the park due to any park attractions. However, in 2004, this wonderful monstrosity that is Tower of Terror opened. It had its whole section kind of boarded up, and I remember when people would walk through here, because it looked just like they were building a hotel in the park. And people would be like, hey, when is this opening? Can we book rooms now? Because they wanted to stay in the park. Because it sounds cool. I mean, they have Grand California, which is kind of like right outside the park, so it's like that. Why not build a hotel in the park? And they did. The original Tower of Terror was in Florida, in the Hollywood Studios backlot. The ride itself is based off of an episode of The Twilight Zone, in which the Hollywood Tower Hotel is the main star. The ride in Florida is a little different in the sense that when you are actually entering the Twilight Zone, the cart pulls forward and then you drop, as opposed to this one where it just drops. The one in Disneyland stands 183 feet tall, making it the tallest structure in the entire resort, both Disneyland, Disney's California, and Downtown Disney. One thing about this ride is that it falls faster than gravity. There are actually cables strapped to the bottom of each elevator shaft that pull it down instead of just letting it fall. There are many different secrets in this ride, Tower of Terror. One of my favorite ones is this dead body.
Can you see it? It's hard to see through the cage.
That darn cage. Disneyland used to have a helicopter service that would land in the park, like this helipad right here in Space Mountain. I know, that sounds really cool, right? You could just take a helicopter from the airport to Disneyland. It would be from LAX all the way to Disneyland, Disneyland to LAX. It was easy. Unfortunately though, Disneyland had the worst commercial helicopter crash in the entire world. August 1968, a giant helicopter crash, killing 18 passengers and 3 crew members. It was brought down by normal wear and tear, unfortunately. Nobody was at fault though, so that's pretty good. Onlookers complained of a loud noise and then they saw the machine careening out of control. According to rumor, one of the rotor blades was cracked, unfortunately. So, you know, it wasn't the pilot's fault, but it was really sad and they no longer do commercial helicopter flights. With so many people moving through this park, it's no wonder that some of them would not be living. One of my favorite ghost stories that you hear, even though no one died on Space Mountain, is taking place on Space Mountain. There is a ghost that they like to call Mr. One-Way. He is reported as a ginger man in his probably early 30s who gets on the ride and doesn't get off. Guests and cast members have reported seeing this guy sitting in a solo car by himself with no partner and not coming back. So he'll ride the ride and never come back. And the pictures will sometimes take pictures of him, but nobody knows who he is. Another ride that's haunted, though no one died on, is Alice in Wonderland. Supposedly, when it rains, the cast members have to walk through the entire ride, which is true, to make sure that all the cars go away because this ride closes down when it rains due to its outside part. However, when the cast members walk through, they reportedly see wet footprints leading from the outside into the inside of a small boy. And sometimes they like to see him, and they call him Timmy. He is seen usually in Alice in Wonderland, though he has been reportedly seen in It's a Small World as well. Supposedly, he's the one rumored to move the It's a Small World dolls after they close down for the night. There's always a cast member with the baby ducks following around to make sure that guests aren't touching them, but the actual reality is that the baby ducks get run over and stepped on very, very often in Disneyland. Please don't trample the baby ducks. The skeletons that were seen throughout the entire ride apparently used to be real dead people, like the people, you know, that donate their body to science and stuff. They were taken from a school that was nearby, and the rumor is that they used the real people because the skeletons that they had carved did not look realistic enough. Also, they did not have enough time to finish them. I don't know which is true. And then slowly they took them all out individually and replaced them with the sculpted ones that are now there today. However, there is still supposedly one real skull in the entire ride. It is the one located above the bed. Haunted Mansion, my absolute favorite ride in the entire park, which I've talked about many times in many other videos. If you want to see more about it, because I'm not going to get into a lot of it actually, because I've gone over it before in previous videos, you can totally check them out. However, let's talk a little bit about Haunted Mansion a little bit, because in the ballroom scene, all the ghosts that are seen to be able to disappear and reappear are due to a system that they set up to project the ghosts onto a pane of glass. Unfortunately, this is a problem because it causes all the ghosts to be seen in reverse, and it makes the dancing ballroom ghosts to be shown as the women are leading, as if, you know, accidental. And they didn't mind, so they kept it. So, you know, strong ladies in the ballroom doing what they do best, being strong, and ladies. And I know I've touched a little bit about it in the past, but you know, the #1 ride where people drop pieces of their loved ones, such as ashes and things, is the Haunted Mansion. And supposedly, the worst thing that anybody's ever found was by a custodian while he searched the end of the ride at the end of the night to pick up hats and things that were dropped, and found a human jaw just sitting there. Fun. Thanks for tuning into my spooky Halloween episode special of everything you didn't even need to know you didn't know about Disneyland, whatever thingamabobber part, whatever number this was. So, just so you know, now you know. And I think that's about it. Yeah. And happy Halloween, guys! I'm off to go do trick-or-treating things, maybe, I don't know. Halloween's the best holiday, so I might just do everything all the whole month. Bye! You just watched Lazar and Dink. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. If you seem to like my groove, hit subscribe and improve your mood.